Scripture says it, ask and you will receive. And in blue states around the country, the voters there have asked for left-wing governance, and it's exactly what they're getting. The internet was worked into a tizzy just a few days ago when word came out that the legislature of one of the most democratic states in the country, Connecticut, just passed what they called an emergency spending bill. The emergency that they feel is that many of their favorite social crusades and culture war projects have seen their taxpayer slush funds freeze up thanks to Donald Trump and Elon Musk's efficiency task force. So in response, the Connecticut legislature has now decided to allocate $2.8 million of taxpayer funds to groups like Planned Parenthood of Southern New England, New Haven Gay and Lesbian Community Center, Hartford Gay and Lesbian Health Collective, the Junta for Progressive Action, Queer Youth Program of Connecticut, OUT CT, Bridgeport Pride Center, Peer Pride, P-Flag Infield. P-Flag is an organization, by the way, notorious for lewd and perverted programming directed at children. So that's cool. Now, some Connecticut lawmakers think all this is a bad idea. A state rep named Joe Canino called giving a group like Planned Parenthood, who already has a $70 million endowment, additional millions in emergency funds, he called it absurd. We have people sleeping out in the cold, families who are running out of food assistance, and disabled children who lack services. That is where the emergency is. Well, that's only if that's what your lawmakers care about. And in Connecticut, or in places like Wisconsin, where their Democratic governor, Mr. Evers, is working hard to change the state's documentation to no longer refer to mother, but instead just inseminated person. In places like that, they have other priorities. Culture war priorities. And the way I see it, that's their prerogative. The federal government is getting out of funding the left's culture war. That's good. If the people of Wisconsin and Connecticut vote for lawmakers who gloss over the homelessness and hunger in deference to funding gay and trans activism groups, that's on them. Thomas Jefferson said states were the laboratories of democracy. And so if Connecticut wants to run a social experiment of what life is going to be like when disability services take a backseat to Planned Parenthood feticide facilities,
so be it.
Now, my guess is that this experiment ends with sane people moving away from these backwards chaos pits.
Come on, let's get out of here.
But maybe I'll be wrong, and soon everyone will start clamoring for governments obsessed with taxpayer funding of culture war sideshows. Whatever the case, this is just another reminder for all of the inseminated persons out there, you get what you vote for.